Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Oka if you're new here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 7 tiny ways that you can improve your life if you are just moving or you've moved to the UK, because there are a lot of things that you need to know when you just move to the UK. Yeah, because it's different from when you come from Nigeria or when you come from your country. So these are the 7 tiny ways that you can improve your life as a new immigrant or someone that's been living in the UK for a while. These ways that I'm going to be listing on this video have truly helped me in a way that I did not know that they could help me back in Nigeria. Some of them helped me back in Nigeria, but it's more helpful in UK because of course it's different from when you're back in Nigeria. So before I talk, let me start listing those ways that you can improve your life if you're just moving to the UK. Number one way is for you to reduce your expenses. So when you were in Nigeria, it's different from when you come to the UK. Even if you come with so many millions of naira, the naira is not the same as pound. So of course the money is going to be different. You're not going to like when you convert it is not on the same level. So for instance, if you were living in a, this is something that applied to us really, because before we came here we were living in like a 4-bedroom apartment or even five bedroom apartment, very big apartment, the whole compound. That's what we're living. But if you now come from Nigeria and say you want to live in, for instance, it's just me and Precious, and we now decide that we want to live in a 3-bedroom flat, it makes no sense for us to do that. So that's the same thing I'm trying to explain in this video. So especially when you are just coming, you've not started working, you've not started earning in the pound in UK money. So there's no need for you to start acting there's no need for you to start spending so much money trying to live the way you're living in Nigeria. You might start living the way you're living in Nigeria as time goes on, but don't start to live like that when you just came to the country. Another example is, for instance, you are just a family of 2 or you are just an international student. It does not make sense that when you come to Nigeria, when you come to the UK, the first thing that you want to do is to get a car. Car is very expensive, even if it helps you get to where you're going early, which is something that as time goes on I would advise that you get. It does not make sense that you're just coming, the first thing you want to buy is a car because you were driving a car in Nigeria. It makes no sense. The transport system here is extremely okay, it's extremely effective for you to take you to wherever you are going. At the beginning, I'm not saying you should stay in the UK for 2 years, 3 years and don't get a car, or even a whole year and don't get a car if you got to that place. But as you are just coming, do not say that because I used to drive a car in Nigeria, when I come, the first thing I want to buy is a car. No. Or start buying expensive designers, Nike. Great, they are so great. But if you know that if you start spending like that, you will start affecting you financially, you shouldn't go to start making such expenses. So that's the first example that I'm going to be giving on this video. The second way that is going to improve your life as a Nigerian living in the UK is to ask questions. Honestly, I'm somebody that I I usually am so shy to ask questions, especially in person. Online, my mouth the sharp way. But in person, I can be very shy, I can be very reserved, and I would not want to ask questions. And coming here, there are some things that you need to ask questions for you to be able to get. If you don't ask questions, you not get them. For instance, if you're in a bus and let's say you don't know exactly where you're going, you can walk up to the bus driver and ask him, is it what is in I want to stop in so place, please stop me there. Or you're sitting by somebody and you want them to show you something, ask questions, because if you don't ask questions here, you will get you there are so many things that you will miss. You might miss your train station, you might miss your bus station, you might miss the time that you're supposed to get to a particular place. So many things can be lost from not asking questions. Even when you just come, there are so many things that you need to know that if you don't put yourself out there and start asking questions. How can I get rent? How can I get accommodation? How can I get to school earlier? Any questions that you know that you need to ask. There are so many Nigerians in this country, so many people that are ready to help you. So don't enter your shell and be like, oh, I'm a shy person. I don't want to ask any question. It's not going to help you in the long run. And it make asking question makes you get things done faster. I cannot overemphasize this, how it can help you get things faster. With my first job, I had an issue with the vending machine, and it was just small money. But when I told the people in the, like, the major managers in the place, they gave me back my money. I could have left it, but I told them and it helped me get back my money. So those are the things that asking questions can help you get. It can help you get jobs faster. It can help you get to where you're going faster. It can help you get accommodation faster. So if you want to have an easy life in the UK, these ways are going to help you to make your life easier. Another thing that's going to help you make your life easier if you're coming to the UK is to join groups. Okay, before we even got admission, before we even got visa, I was already in Telegram group, WhatsApp group, University of Portsmouth WhatsApp group. These are the way that you get information. Let me even bust your head. When we had already applied for visa, we never get admission, we never get a visa. I was in the Telegram group and a lot of people were complaining about not having their visa yet. And there was somebody that now opened a smaller Telegram group where there were about 12 of us and we were just hoping together to get our visa. And every time someone was down, the other people would encourage them, give them support, and it was so helpful. Honestly, a lot of people got to meet more people on the what's it called, on that group, and they got to make more relationship on that group. That is something that you will not get if you are not in that group. And at the end, everybody on that group had their visa. And how did that help? That helped by, because people started putting out their burdens. Oh, I've not gotten this. Oh, I got a particular letter from the visa people. What should I do? Those are the things that joining groups can help you to do. I actually met someone in a group in the University of Portsmouth group when we just came, that wanted to rent a house together. So you can even get people that you can rent a house together with on the group. You can also see a lot of people posting accommodation, accommodation, accommodation. You might be lucky and find a house there. So if you're not in a group, how are you going to find out all of this information? How are you going to find out, oh, there's a new house that just came out? The person is not on right to move, or is not on all of the website that you need to check to find houses. The person just wants to, somebody that's from Nigeria that can stay in the house for so amount of time. If you're in that group, you have gotten that accommodation. But if you're not in any group, how are you going to get that accommodation? So this is one important way for you to improve your life as a Nigerian that just moved to the UK. This one is so important. Like, this one is very important if you are just coming to the UK. So when I started working, I, like, when we actually moved to Portsmouth, because when we were in Wigan, we didn't used to take bus, walk to work and come back. Any other place we were going, work there and come back, or take taxi. We're not taking boxes. We're not taking buses. So when we came here, it was different. We had to start taking buses because everywhere is far from everywhere. So there was a time I was going to work and my cards did not work. This one also goes back to asking questions. This one also goes back to asking for help. So my car did not work on this bus that I was supposed to enter, and bus drivers, you know, then they are not going to say because your car did not work, enter the bus. No, you are going to come down. So there was a lady sitting down in the bus. That lady, every time I see her, I would just hail, and even Precious and her, they used to see on the road, and they're just like, she's really nice. So there was a lady, I think she's from, I've forgotten her country. She walked up to me. I was like, what's the issue? I was like, my card isn't working, my phone isn't working. What's funny is my phone that was not working because I wanted to pay with my phone and I was holding it the wrong way, so it did not work. So she was like, okay, that she would help me pay, and she helped me pay for my ticket that day, and that in that bus. That was because I told her my problem. If I did not tell her, she would have not known. So when we went to sit down, she's the one that now told me that, do I work in this particular place I'm going every day? I say, yes, I work there like 4 to 5 times a week. And she was like, if you work in a particular place or you go to a particular place more than 2, 3 times a week, more than 3 times a week, like 4 times, 5 times a week, you go to that particular place. She said, buy a weekly ticket. I was like, if you are going there every day, if you are buying a weekly ticket, it's going to be far, far cheaper than if you are buying daily tickets. Another thing she told me was that if you are buying day ticket, if you are buying going and coming for a particular place, it's more expensive than if you are just buying day ticket. So for instance, if you are moving around Portsmouth on a particular day, if you buy a day ticket for Portsmouth, it's going to be depending on the bus, £6.50 or £7 or £8 if you are only in Portsmouth. So if you go and come back or go any other place that day, is £8. But if you're going to say you're buying to Havant, from Havant you're buying to where you're going, they're going to charge you about £5 going, £5 coming. So it will be like £10 instead of £8. So she gave me an advice and said, buy, so if you know you're going to that place for one day, buy a day ticket or buy a return ticket. Return ticket is more expensive, so buy a day ticket. Then if you're going to a shorter distance, then you cannot buy return ticket. So if you are from here going to your town center coming back, you can buy return ticket, it's cheaper. But if you know you're going to go to several places in your town that day using a bus, buy a day ticket, it's cheaper. So that's the same advice I want to give you. If you take buses, buy day tickets. Day tickets is going to help you save more money. Even some buses like First Bus calls it day saver because you are saving a lot of money by buying a day ticket. So that's one way to make your life easier in the UK. Another way to make your life easier is for you to this one is so important, for you to use your map. So if you are taking a bus, for instance, and the bus is not listing the next bus stop is so 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 so, the next bus stop is so 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 so, using your map is going to help you know where you are going to. So you set where from where you are, set where you are going to. So if it's showing like 5 or 6 minutes to where you're going, or like 2 minutes to where you are getting there, you can tell the bus driver that you're going to stop there. Or even if you don't want to tell the bus driver, you would know by just looking at the map. That's one way that has helped me to find where I'm going to, because sometimes if I won't tell the bus driver and he might forget, because there was a lady that was sitting in a bus that I entered one time. She told the bus driver where she wanted to go and the bus driver forgot. It was when he got to the second bus stop after where she was supposed to stop, that's when he knew that she told her to stop. She told her that she wanted to stop in a particular place and he stopped and he told her to walk back. But if you know that, if you are seeing it on a map and you are getting close to where you're supposed to go, you would know. That's what the map helps you do. So even if you have told the bus driver to stop you in a particular place because you are new to that place, if you are getting close, in case the bus driver is forgetting, it's going to help you know where you are going. So these are all of the ways that you can improve your life as a Nigerian that is living in the UK. The last point I want to make The last point I want to make in this video is so important, and it's to cook more. Nobody likes to cook. Some people like to cook. On this YouTube server, I've seen people that like to cook, like that's their hobby. They like to cook. And I've cooked so much in this country that if you see me cooking, sometimes you will think that my hobby is cooking. It's not because I like to cook, it's just because buying food here will drain you. You can use £10 to cook for 2 days for you and okay, first say let me and Precious now. We can use £10 to cook for 2 days or for 4 days. Self, if we have like fish or meat in the house, just buy every other thing. Even if it's stew, you can use £10 to cook better, plenty stew. But if you want to buy jollof rice here, only jollof rice is £10. Only one meat is £10. It doesn't make sense for you to be buying food here. Do you understand? So if you want to have an easier life, you want to have a life that is less expensive in this country, you want to live in a way that your life is improved in this country, you have to cook more. Go for monthly grocery shopping, go for weekly grocery shopping. That is how you save your money. If you say you want to be buying food, or you say you want to be buying junks, you not come for here. Today they call, I not go belle for you. What's it called? Chicken and chips not go belle for you. It will be sweet at that moment because I buy at times. I'm not saying don't buy food at all. We buy food at times. At times we buy more, at times we buy jollof rice when we're extremely tired. But if you say you want to be buying only food in this country, you're going to regret it. If you want to save more money, if you want your life to be easier, you need to enter the kitchen and cook and cook. Because if you don't cook, you will spend money, you will waste money, and at the long run, it's not helpful to you or your pocket. You don't want to be working and earning, for instance, £400, £500 a week, and you're using £200 to eat. When you can be using £100 to eat for the whole month, and money goes to remain. Me and Precious, I don't think we finish £100. Like, take £100 to to Asda, an African shop, and then we'll finish it 1 month. I don't know if it's because we have rice and gari and beans at home, but there is no way that we have ever finished £100 for 1 month, and that is because we cook. I'm not saying that throughout that 1 month we don't eat any other food. We don't buy outside, we don't buy junks, we don't buy coke, we don't buy water, we buy all of these things. But the amount of money you spend in buying drastically reduces when you are cooking. So these are the 7 ways that you can improve your life and make your life easier as a Nigerian that just moved to the UK or is living in the UK. These ways, they have helped me, they have helped a lot of people that I know. So do them and have an easier life here in the UK. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and until my next one, bye.